On May 1st, 2021, I purchased the Rudy kit for Monarch First Edition, and I wanted to show you what was inside the box and explain everything about it. And then at the end, I'm going to give you my opinions on this product, give you a little product review and everything like that. So this box was $1,000 or $999.69. It includes a promo playmat, a cold foil card, and also two first edition Monarch booster boxes. And I'm gonna pan down a little bit so you can see the box, and I'm gonna open it up so you see it. But these are the corners of the box. It comes in this type of box. Just want to show you all the things around it. On the very bottom, there's a U line little thing. So just authenticate it in the future. Maybe if you have one of these boxes that you purchased from someone. I don't know if Rudy used U line for all of his boxes, but yeah, mine had it. So I'm gonna pan down real quick so we can go over the box opening. Here we go. So the box comes like this. The shipping label is here. I tore it off so you can track me down. I'm gonna pan a little bit further down, and so I'm gonna open it up, and you can see the playmat is on the very top. Now, the important note here is that inside the playmat, you will have the promo card. So I think I saw it earlier. It's right under here. So I'm gonna gently pick it up like this, and you can see the promo card is right here. So I'm going to gently unfold this, and I don't know what it looks like. I have the dark playmat. So there's the dark playmats and the light playmats. So there we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, nice. I got Blasmphet. So, in this bundle, right, you could have multiple things. So there's two cold foil cards. There's Ursurs and then there's Blasphemous. Both of them are the shadow tokens for the heroes, and I thought that was really cool. So these have a print run of 2,500 each, and I believe Rudy got 1,500 of each. So I'm going to put this to the side, but really cool token. I'm happy with that. And then it looks like there are dark and light playmats. So this is the one I got. Wow, that's beautiful. Let me put it right side up. So what was cool about the playmats, I thought, is the print run of each of these is 1,500, which is pretty low in my mind. Really nice material. I don't know if there's anything to say too much about the material of the playmats versus any other Flesh and Blood playmat. It feels a little thicker to me, and the inking definitely seems very vibrant in this versus other playmats in the past. But overall, it's a very similar playmat. I like how they have the Monarch logo here. That's really cool. And then we have 2021. It's always good when you're looking at these playmats to make sure that it has the Legend Story Studios copyright there. So you know it's official playmat most of the time, as long as nobody's duplicating that. But ultimately, playmat's really nice. Again, there's a light or a dark version. I got the dark version. You could have gotten one of each. So this one is 1,500, and then the other one, the light version, is 1,500 print run. And then this one right here, this cold foil card, there are 2,500 of these ever made. Rudy got 1,500, and then there's one other dark shadow card token that you could have gotten, and that one has the same print run. So other than that, it's really nothing too crazy here. It looks like we've got two first edition Monarch booster boxes. I'll take them out just to see. There we go. There's one. There's two. Not too much inside of the box. I'm very thorough, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to show you everything. There's a Uline subscription too. I bet Rudy used all the same boxes. So in the future, if you had one of these, you could authenticate it that way in some way maybe. But ultimately, this whole kit was $1,000. It sold out in 59 minutes. And there's only 3,000 of these kits ever conceived, so that's pretty cool. And ultimately, yeah, I mean, I guess that's the whole kit. Again, you get the two booster boxes for Monarch First Edition, And yeah, it has that first edition seal, so you know that there's money. Oh, maybe it doesn't have first edition seal. Oh, no, it does. There we go. First edition seal. I mean, that that means money. These booster boxes are going for, let me go into the value now. So these booster boxes are going to, like, 400 to the 500 range at this current time. It is still early May 2021. This token right here is all over the place, but mainly going for around the $350 to $400 range. And then you got the playmat, and the playmat's going for around the $350 to $400 range. So if we're very conservative, and let's say like you can easily sell this for $350, and then you can easily sell this for $350. Here you have $700, and then you have $400. Let's say you could easily sell these as well for $350 each. We're talking about easy liquidity, man. So after fees and everything, so all this stuff is $1,400 pre-fees. So after selling fees, maybe you're looking at $1,300 to $1,250. And you spent $999.69. So overall, at this time, this kit was worth it. You net around $200 to $300, conservatively speaking, for this kit if you just instantly sold it on the open market. So yeah, that's the whole kit, and that's the explanations around it. Let me pan up real quick, and we'll discuss my opinions on this kit and talk more about what I think about it. And yeah, man, overall, Monarch is a beautiful product. Monarch is just very stunning, and just having this kit, I think is going to age very well. And let me say, as I always do, man, this is not investment advice. I'm a collector of these cards. I'm not interested in reaping a ton of rewards. Don't take this as investment advice at all. But overall, man, I think that Rudy sells a really good product. This thing came out for $1,000. A lot of us that I was talking to, people online and on the Reddit and Discord, people were thinking this thing was going to go for 1,500, and then it just blows my mind that all of us are like, oh, it's only $1,000. Whoo! Like, wow, that was really nice of Rudy. Like, we're all happy. It was really a sigh of relief in the community for this product. I think that was my perception. Is everyone thought that they were going to get taken to the cleaners in a big way, and it was going to be like $1,500 or $1,700. So when this dropped, and we didn't know it was going to be $1,000 until May 1st, until the release date. And I think everyone was happy from what I talked to. I mean, it just felt very fair. It was kind of like a moment of you overpromise and under or you you underpromise and overdeliver. That's kind of the concept that was going in here. Rudy said from the beginning, like, he's gonna take the market value of the boxes, and he put the calculation in there of, okay, this is what I'm gonna charge based on the market prices of the boxes. And ultimately, I think that was really good because it added a lot of transparency to how he calculated the amount that he was going to charge for these kits. You can't deny that. I mean, it's very transparent. He said, look, I'm going to make it a good deal for you guys. You're going to get 33% off. That's pretty damn good. That's reasonable. And here's the calculation I'm going to do before this gets released. And I thought that it added a level of transparency. Now, it does scare me, though. Let me get onto another topic, that these kits are going for such crazy amount of money. I mean, the fact that Legend Story Studios can print these items, and all I have really is a rubber mat, and then 2 boxes and a cold foil card. Having all of these items, like 4 of these items for $1,000, it's just gotten to a completely new level. And on one side of the coin, as a consumer, it kind of hurts my wallet because I'm like, ah, man, like, I have to spend so much money to get my products. Versus in the past, I would, this could have, $1,000 could have purchased like so many different things in Flesh and Blood, maybe, even 3 months or 6 months back. But now the level of monetary value that these products are worth, it's pretty high. But ultimately, as a collector, you can't get any better than these Rudy promo kits. I mean, think about what you're getting. You're getting a playmat that is said from the bat. You know, as a consumer, it's very transparent. Only 1,500 of these exist. That adds like a lot of value to this as a collector. That makes me happy, and it makes me feel like I have something pretty freaking special here. And I think that it's really great that Legend Story Studios is making products like these. So I mean, overall, the playmat I think is great. I don't think. Let me go into each of these items, specifically. But overall, my summary of my opinion is I think it was a great buy. I think that as a collector, if you collect Flesh and Blood, this is like a really great product to buy. I mean, I'm just really happy about it. But the playmats, the playmats are off to me because like I feel like there's always going to be like a cap to them because ultimately you don't need this to play the game. This is a rubber piece of play mat. It's just a mat. It's like an oversized mouse pad, you know. But overall, like you don't need this to play the game. So I think that monetarily wise, I think that this is going to stay around, the 350 range for a bit. But I could be totally wrong. We haven't seen these things escape that like $400 $500 range. Once we start seeing playmats that are produced on hand and go for like $1,000 plus, that's going to change the game. Now we do have other, you know, playmats that are like the E-Strike playmat that are going for a ton of money, thousands of dollars. But that's because it was supposed to be super limited to maybe the 100 range or the 200. We still don't know the print run of the E-Strike playmat, and that's what's scary for that product. But I will say that there are playmats out there like the E-Strike playmat that are selling for thousands of dollars. But for these other playmats that have like a 1,000 to 3,000 print run range, we're still seeing that 300 350 price cap on these, especially when it hits in the moment. Like when these come out in the moment, what you'll usually see is the first person to list it usually gets the first big whale to buy it, and that big whale will just pay whatever price it is just to have it. But I think overall, in the next couple months, these things might see a little dip. We'll see, and hopefully you can buy the ones you need. Now, as for the cold foil card, this token, uh, I think that these are really cool. I think that these have a really, really good chance of doing something. Let me put it in this top loader real quick. I've had this aside for a bit to to put this in, but these cards are good. I definitely have a lot higher expectation for these in the playmats, and yeah, I think this is a card that's going to be interesting to see how it ages because on the one hand, people could treat this as a cold foil crazy brew type of thing. Where you could run it or you could not run it in a deck, but the thing is, cold foil crazy brew, the other card that Rudy had in a previous kit. At release it went for 500. Now it's going for like the 300, 350 range. That card isn't really used too much in decks. You use it in some sort of decks in Flesh and Blood, but it's very hit or miss. Now this card, it's like you're going for a specific strategy. You're trying to summon this guy, and I can see that this is going to be used a lot more in actual gameplay. So I could definitely see that this cold foil card being valuable in the future. What it's going to hit, I have no idea. But knowing for a fact the exact print run number of these cards is huge. And we don't know too many print run numbers of cards in Flesh and Blood in general. Like we know certain things that Rudy said or Legend Story Studios has said exactly like the Ira decks, but other than those types of things, there's not in a general sense, we don't know exactly how many cold foil cards of a certain cold foil card there are. So I do think it's valuable when you know that there are only 2,500 of these available out there in the world. Now the sleeper thing with this card is grading. If you can get a PSA 10 of Blasmphet or Ursurs, I think it's going to be a lot of money. That's where it's going to separate it from the pack. Now, instead of you have 1 out of 2,500, you're looking at a 1 out of 100 card. So I think that that is a really high, uh, high, what do I say? Not high value. It's a very sleeper thing to do with these cards is just grade them instantly. And if you can get a PSA 10, I think that that's when this set value is just insanely high. Now, let me finalize the talk with the first edition booster boxes. Um, yeah, I mean this is the icing on the cake. Like if you keep these sealed long term, we don't know what's going to happen with the prices of Monarch booster boxes. I know that the print run is most likely higher than Crucible War and higher than all the previous sets in the past, but ultimately, man, this product is out of the park. This product is amazing. And in the moment, I think that there's a lot of people opening these booster boxes, and not many people, there's a good amount of people keeping them sealed. But ultimately, I think the prices of these long term just have nowhere to go but up. And even though these are worth like $400 now, I mean, if both of these become like $1,000 in a year, if Legend Story Studios and Flesh and Blood keeps growing and growing and growing, this kit could be like really high value. Now, the last thing I want to say is I feel a little bit weird about this product in the sense that Rudy hyped it up like I've never seen him hype up stuff in the past. And if you're listening this far in, yeah, I just want to say that it was weird because we got so many emails and so many different like Patreon like notifications that hey, Monarch's coming up in 31 days. If you don't get it, you're gonna miss out, and it's gonna be epic, and it's gonna be this big thing. And of course, as a content creator, I understand that Rudy has to hype stuff up and do stuff. It just makes me think, as a collector though, when I just get 4 different pieces and it's like, okay, a promo card, a mat, and boxes. Like I've gotten this in the past. I thought it was going to be something that was like changes the game, some extra level thing, maybe some like, cold foil playmat or some like crazy like out of this world item that was going to be like some physical item or some promotional other thing, but no, it was stuff that I've already received in the past. And personally, I think the playmats look nice, but they're not as like epic as I expected. The cold foil card is. The cold foil card is actually really baller. Really happy with this, but ultimately, it just didn't live up to the hype in my mind from what he was saying. Now, what I will say is that I think that these products could age very well on the secondary market, like money wise. I think that if you keep all this stuff in this freaking box and you just shove it to the corner of your room and you wait for 1 to 2 years, I think you're gonna do really fucking good at the end of this. So ultimately, I think that maybe that's where he was going with the whole like, oh, you gotta watch out because we were getting Patreon emails and notifications way in advance, and the hype level of it was huge. It's like, hey, this is the best thing I ever put out there for the patrons, and this is gonna change the game. And in a way, I think I read into that a little bit. And then at the bottom of this kit's message, it said, okay, he he was cool too. It sounded so defeated. Rudy said, "You know what? I have no words. If you want it, take it. If you don't get this, you're gonna regret it." And I thought that that was like so telling. It's like after all these other emails and notifications, it's like do whatever you want. I'm just telling you, it's really good. But if you don't get it, you're gonna regret it. Just guaranteed. So overall, I just don't feel like it led up to the hype. But I do think I think that feeling that I have is more of me not understanding mentally what's going on. I think he sees something different from this whole kit. Maybe he sees it in a different way to where, something's going on here that I don't see monetarily. Like maybe this card is going to be crazy because all it takes is a buyout. All it takes is some random, big whale to buy all these out, and then these things are gonna like spike insane prices. Same with the playmat, same with anything. So, maybe he sees things in a different way that I don't, and ultimately, yeah, man, I'm just keeping all this, and I'll see if I can get the light playmat. If it dips, I'll buy the dip. I'm gonna try to keep a lot of my Monarch products sealed, because yeah, man, I think it's gonna age very well as a product. But overall, man, very very happy as a collector. I just want to say again that, like, as a collector, this stuff has value. When you have things that are instantly sold to you and you know exactly how much is printed, the print run, and it's in the, 1,000 range, or 1,500 or 2,000 range, that it is special because there's not that much out there. And what's also great about this kit is you don't need anything here to play the game or play the game competitively. Like, literally, this token you can buy for like $1, I believe. And then same with the playmat. You don't need this playmat. It's beautiful. It's really nice looking. But ultimately, you don't need this to play the game. But ultimately, very happy with all this stuff. Um, yeah, and I think, though, one other thing I want to bring up really quick is that I really like how, if I can give you a little bit, compliment sandwich here. I like how Rudy made this one per person, and he made 3,000 kits. Because the thing is, you have to realize that that is a complete bitch to put together. Like, putting together 3,000 of these kits. Imagine you putting 3,000 of these boxes together out of your time, out of your day, out of your warehouse. You're putting all these boxes together. You're like, 2 booster boxes, playmat, promo card, done. And then you do this like on a conveyor belt. It must have taken a lot of time and effort. Rudy could have easily made this to where it's like, well, you get like 3 booster boxes, and like, he could have made it like multiple booster kits per person, and instead of shipping out to 3,000 people, 3,000 different people throughout the world, it would only be like, maybe 600 people, because I would have definitely purchased multiple kits, and I know a lot of different people would purchase multiple kits, so it would have saved so much time on his end to, ship certain kits out to just, a smaller group of people. And what was also really good about this was the timing. So you could have ordered this kit in a 59-minute window, which was perfect, because what was happening with Rudy's kits, because people realized the money in this, so many people just dogpiled and purchased as many things that they could for, like, Crucible War, the promo for that, and for other ones in the past, that there wasn't that much time to order this. I mean, maybe they sold out, I think, in like 8 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, if you sneezed a little too hard, you could have missed out on purchasing this, because it just sold out instantly. So having a 59-minute window of, patrons not having to just instantly rush and like click that PayPal button was really good. I thought that was really, it reduced the stress level, especially on me too, because I was worried in the past. I was like, oh man, am I gonna get it? Am I not gonna get it? And I have to set my timer. So this worked out really well, I think. That this sale versus the other ones, I think he did good on that, because I think he heard different comments and such from the past that 10 minutes is too small, or 15 minutes is too small. So I think that really leveled it out, but also made it so people could get it. So ultimately, man, yeah, very happy with this kit. Again, you got the playmat, you got the gold foil card, and then you got the 2 booster boxes from Monarch First Edition, and sold for $999.69. And I think this bundle is really great for collectors. And personally, I think it's going to age very well. And I think that there's different aspects of this that we don't see currently, but over time, as things get played more and as time moves on, I think this kit is going to age very well. I think we're going to see some interesting things that happen in the future. So, again, thanks for watching, man. Have a good one.